I'm about to show you one of the most useful iPhone settings that you probably don't know about, even though it's been around for 3 years. So these two-factor authentication messages that clog up your text messages and email inbox. If you go to your phone settings, scroll down to passwords, click password options, and then simply turn on this setting, delete verification codes after use. This will delete those verification codes automatically from your messages and email inbox after you use them. Maybe I've been living under a rock or something, but I didn't know about this setting up until a few days ago, and it's already been a game changer. If you already knew about this, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, turn it on and you can thank me later. We're here at Open Sauce where a bunch of nerds show off all the cool stuff that they built. Today we're here with
David.
David, tell us a little bit about what you built here, because this is probably one of the most unique things I've seen.
So this is mechanical MIDI music. It's a bunch of self-playing, old, antiquated pieces of equipment. So basically what I can do is I can play any song that's like a piano tutorial on them, and it just plays across all my instruments.
Can you tell us just a little bit about what these pieces of hardware are?
Yeah, so on the right, I have a 5-inch floppy drive. So these are where floppy drives are actually floppy. Then I have some hard drives, more 3.5-inch floppy drives. These are stepper motors. So I have a custom PCB in the back. And then this is probably one of my most unique instruments. It uses pneumatic valves to chop compressed air into sound waves. So it's probably one of the only wind instruments that doesn't use any resonance. It's physically chopping and forcing the air out of these mufflers. And without the mufflers, it's over 100-some decibels.
Wow.
So.
Crazy. Can you tell us a little bit about the software side? I think you were mentioning you wrote it all yourself, which is insane.
Currently, I'm just using a DAW, a digital audio workstation, and I have my different musical notes being represented. So each of these is a different part of the song. So you have like the piano part, guitar, the chords, the melody. Those are getting sent to my custom user interface. So here over USB serial, all my devices connect to my laptop and they show up. Then I further can control what parts of the song go to each instrument. So the first part is...
And your software, it doesn't just map them, like you're able to ingest a MIDI file and have it generate automatically. You don't need to map each note yourself.
Yeah, so currently I'm just running through my audio workstation, but you can also upload files directly into the MIDI program and just play them. And you can reconfigure what parts go to what song. So at the moment, these are playing on these stepper motors. All I have to do is in my software, go over to my air compressor, change it from... So these are what tracks are being played from my DAW, and update, and now it's playing on my air compressor.
Too easy. So cool. And then what's the hardest engineering problem you ran into, whether software or hardware, when building this?
So probably some of the hardest problems I ran into during this project were software related, where I'd change one line of code, forget what line of code it was, and then spend about 2 days trying to go back and figure out what I changed to get it working again. Because the device code for this, which all of this is running on an ESP32 microcontroller, it's around 10 to 15,000 lines of code. And then it's another 10,000 lines for the user interface. The electronics are fairly simple too, because it's just an ESP32. And then for this instrument, it's just ESP32, some transistors step up the voltage, and then it connects directly to these solenoids, which are switching.
Nice. So cool. And then what's one piece of advice you have for anybody that wants to get into being a maker and doing all this sort of stuff?
So my main thing is find like something you like, a hobby, and just try to build things and just play around and create. I got started by finding things at my grandparents' township cleanup and just building battle bots out of like old kitty cars that were lying around.
So cool, man. Definitely one of the most unique projects here, and insane how much of it is built just by you. Where can everybody find you if they want to learn more about this project and follow along?
Yeah, so I go by DJ the First on YouTube, and then if you search on GitHub, it's Mechanical MIDI Music.
Cool.
I'm still working to finally publish it, but I should, by end of this summer, by winter sometime, be publicly available.
So cool. Awesome. Thanks for your time, man.
Yep.